Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Girl, grab the bottle. No, not the glass. Grab the whole bottle. You are going to need it, and honestly, I need a refill because my hands are still shaking from the sheer audacity of what went down this week. Sit down. Are you comfortable? Okay, listen. You know Maya, right? You know we've been tight since freshman year. We're both 23, we're supposed to be adults. But let's be real for a second. Sometimes spontaneous is just a cute word for disorganized chaos. And I have officially reached my limit. You know me, I need a plan, so here is the tea. We had this massive group project for our Capstone seminar, and it's practically half our grade. When the professor said, pick your groups, Maya grabbed my arm and begged to work together. Against my better judgment, I agreed. I laid it all out, deadlines, sections, everything. Maya looked me dead in the eye and said, that sounds perfect, Lise, I love a plan. Lies, I finish my section a full week early. I upload it. Crickets from Maya. Now we are 48 hours before the submission portal closes. I log into the Google Doc. Girl, I scroll down to Maya's section. It is blank. I don't mean rough draft blank. I mean the white cursor is blinking on a white page. It is the Sahara Desert of academic content. My best friend didn't write a single word of our group project 48 hours before the deadline, and the audacity of her excuse has me spiraling. After seeing her blank Google Doc, my stomach dropped. I immediately texted her, polite but urgent. 2 hours later, she finally texts back. OMG, yes, I've just been so busy with work and drama, I haven't had a single second. Since you're already done, do you think you could jump in and start my section? Just to get the ball rolling. I'm drowning. I stared at my phone until the screen went black. The unmitigated gall, I texted back, I can totally help you edit, but I can't write your section for you, Maya. We agreed on the split weeks ago. That was a fair boundary, right? Girl, she flipped. She called me already crying, that angry victim crying. She goes, I cannot believe you right now, Lisa. I am struggling and you're sitting there with your work done, refusing to help your best friend. That is so cold. I tried to stay calm. I said, Maya, asking me to do your work when you've been out partying all week isn't fair. She screamed, literally screamed. It's not about the work, it's about support. You care more about your stupid rules than our friendship. I snapped back. You wouldn't have to do this to me because I wouldn't wait until 48 hours before the deadline to start a massive project. She hung up on me. After my best friend screamed at me for refusing to write her essay, I sat there panicked, wondering if we were going to fail our capstone. Finally, around midnight, I see her icon pop up on the dock. But girl, it was painful. She was clearly rushing, throwing words on the page, probably copying and pasting stuff from Wikipedia. It was a disaster. I wanted to fix it, but I told myself no. If you save her now, she will never learn. She finished her part, loosely speaking, about 2 hours before the deadline. It was sloppy. I went in, cleaned up the formatting just so it didn't look like a ransom note, and we submitted it. We got the grade back yesterday, a B+. A miracle considering her section read like a fever dream, but it drags my GPA down. I thought maybe she'd apologize. No, absolutely not. She asked to meet for coffee today. I thought, okay, olive branch time. We sit down, she takes a sip of her oat milk latte, looks me in the eye and says, I really didn't appreciate how you treated me this week. Excuse me, I choked on my croissant. She says, you really embarrassed me, Lisa. You made me feel stupid and unsupported. A real friend would have seen I was drowning and just handled it without making it a big deal. You made me rush and produce bad work because you were trying to prove a point. I felt the blood rushing to my ears. My best friend is gaslighting me because I wouldn't do her homework. Sitting in that coffee shop, I exploded. I didn't make you rush, Maya. You had 3 weeks. You made you rush. She just shook her head, looking all sad and disappointed, like I was the one who kicked a puppy. I just think it's sad that you prioritize academic validation over people. It makes things really awkward between us now. And then she left. She left me with the bill. And now, to make matters worse, she's been running her mouth to our mutual friends. Sarah texted me this morning, Sarah, who doesn't even go here, saying I should apologize for being harsh. I am seeing red, girl. Why should I apologize? For doing my job, for expecting a 23-year-old woman to manage her time. They're all acting like I'm this heartless monster, but if I had done it, I would have been resentful and she would have learned nothing. She wanted a savior, not a partner. But now, because she's spinning this sob story about how stressed she was, I look like the Taipei villain who cares more about the grade than the friendship. I don't think I did anything wrong, but the idea of me texting her an apology for her laziness makes me want to vomit. What do you think? Am I crazy? Or is she just the worst?